Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the program Coffee with CEO by CEO Club Pakistan and Management House. And we are really very honored that in this program, Coffee with CEO, we do get amazing mix of CEOs. CEOs who started from scratch. CEOs who are retaining the businesses or they are carrying their legacy. And CEOs who are heading the WOW multinational and national firms. So please welcome Mr. Farrukh Iqbal Khan, who is the President and CEO for First Women Bank Private Limited.
Thanks a lot.
How are you, Farrukh Saab?
I'm good.
For First Women Bank, I would like to quote here, might be it's a small setup as compared to the rest of your industry, but again, 42 active branches, 70% of the employees there are women. Am I right, Farrukh Saab?
Yes.
And by the way, and this idea was conceptualized by बेनजीर भुट्टो साहिबा और तब से लेके अब तक फर्स्ट वुमेन बैंक चल रहा है, दौड़ रहा है और अच्छे तरीके से चल रहा है. Might be there are some थोड़े से कुछ slips and gets आते हैं, but even then the idara is working. So welcome to the show, Farrukh Saab.
Thanks Nazia for inviting me over. It's really an honor and privilege to be here with you.
Great. Now tell us more about First Women Bank, when it started and where is it now?
It started basically in 1989, so you can say it's a pretty old bank in the industry. Initially it was conceptualized by Mohtama Benazir Bhutto. And its basic theme was women for the bank, by the women, for the women.
This was for the women and by the women. But I can see so many men now in there.
But at the later stages, I think they realized that, there are certain technical areas where male can, I think, deliver better, like you can say the security.
देखें ये debate बड़ी खराब हो जाएगी. देखें. Hey. So competence में ये तो नहीं आप कह सकते.
I'm not telling the competence of a woman, but I'm saying technically speaking, if you need a security guard, it's the male who can do that job.
So you think that a bank can be run by female only?
Yeah, obviously, why not?
Can be run by men only or female only?
No.
Can be run by female.
Yeah, definitely.
But they need more men in their system. That's what you want to say.
Not more men. In certain areas where you can say there are some limitations, then they have to go for the men. But obviously, there is no restriction in this bank that only men will be doing the job or the women will be doing the job. The main purpose is to serve the women for their empowerment.
This makes sense.
Yeah, it was for the betterment and the empowerment
for
of
women.
Who are basically the clients and the customers of the bank, not for the employees. Employees obviously have to come on a professional grounds.
Whether it's a man or a woman doesn't make any difference, but the bank was made for the women.
For the women, to serve the women basically. To give them the empowerment. Because basically, whenever the women plays a very important role in the growth of the economy. They have a lot
understandable. Malaysia dekh le, Vietnam dekh le, Bangladesh dekh le.
I think that was, I think it was the requirement of that time, and I think believe that it's still now. The women segment mein financial sector has to play its role to support them financially, technically, skill wise. उनकी एक जब तक आप वैल्यू एडिशन नहीं करेंगे, उनका स्किल सेट नहीं बढ़ाएंगे, they can't contribute to the economy. And that was the basic reason to create this platform. And this was, you can say, inbuilt and by birth niche given to this organization. But unfortunately, ये इदारा उस तरह सामने नहीं आ पाया जो
मगर चल रहा है. मगर चल रहा है. So पहला ये कि बंद नहीं हुआ. So it's like still going on.
It's going on, and inshallah, and we are doing our best. And I'm happy to share with you that in this coming week we are launching some deposit products which will be totally for the women.
Okay.
We want to give them some extra and good profits. On their savings. So we are trying to develop some good products which are specific for the women, and they can, the women feel comfortable coming to the branches where the ladies are serving. Because as I said, more than 70% of our staff is female.
It's female.
Yeah, and especially in branches, in the front offices.
Okay. So because that was the idea behind First Women Bank.
So women feel comfortable going there and having some banking relationship with them. If they need some guidance in terms of opening the accounts and getting some credit facilities, our staff is there to handhold them and to let them know that what they can do and what can be
Is this idea appreciated by the public in general?
Yeah, definitely. Again, the awareness and the market positioning of this institution is not that at that level where it should be. and that is my main focus, to create some market visibility of this institution.
Very good.
Because
I'm really liking this thing in you, that you're accepting where you guys are lacking, and now because you're accepting, so the next step will be the improvement thing.
So that is the idea behind it, that I want to create the visibility of this institution. I want to create the awareness among the customers, especially the female, that this institution is there to serve them. And let's see. And I think this coming over here is also one of that initiative, because I know that this forum will also help us
in spreading the First Women Bank to the general public. Now you tell me, this name First Women Bank brings positivity to you, but not you, matlab in general, from the public, government and globally, or this makes things difficult for you?
Not difficult. I will not say it creates any difficulty. It's obviously, I think,
this idea is appreciated everywhere.
And to tell you honestly, आजकल आप देख रहे होंगे different banks, rather every bank is trying to launch some women specific.
Some department for
different
women.
names, Nisa and
loan ho gaya,
different names.
kuch ho gaya.
But this organization
is for
carry
women.
that strength. So I don't need to go and tell them that this is the bank who is serving the women. Its name tells itself. So, but the only thing which is lacking, which I have to build it up. एक जनरल एक misconception एक ये भी है कि this bank is only for the women. No, it's not.
Excuse me.
It's for everyone. It's for
matlab, so many men can be the part of the bank. They can open account.
They can open account. They can do normal business with the bank. There is no restriction.
So what's the difference between this and the rest of the banks?
No, as I told you, that the purpose was to formulate some products to give priority to the women.
So the priority is with women.
Like I'm telling you the example, the products which I'm going to launch is those products will carry a bit higher rate of return as compared to the normal one.
Okay.
If a woman will open an account, she will get something extra.
Great, because it's First Women Bank.
And that's the only difference, that we create some differentiating factor, because the woman is our priority. They will get a privileged service over here.
Great.
So that's
is this concept somewhere else globally as well?
Yeah, in different countries it's there. And
so it's a common thing globally.
Yeah, it's a common thing globally. But I recently met with a few officials from abroad. They were representing different organizations. I can't name them. But they were really surprised. They said that when we Googled it and we found that there is some bank in Pakistan operating with this name and with this
agenda,
theme and agenda, and that was a surprise for us, because in various countries they are trying to set up those platforms. And they were looking for such platforms in different countries to give them some support in terms of financial, in terms of
towards women,
women. So they were very happy, and they came and meet with us, and then we have some discussions are underway to some products. So I think this was a very beautiful concept which was launched.
Yes, it is.
But again, I will say with sorry that it couldn't be materialized the way it should have been. So now I'm trying.
But it's running. It's like show is still there ना. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ी बात है. अगर बंद हो जाता तो एक बड़ा खूबसूरत concept वहीं पे चला जाता.
And Alhamdulillah, we have a very good deposit base. We have a very good number of customers.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
So if your expectation is 100 customers, how many customers are you having currently now?
Currently now, I mean,
percentage में you can tell? Or as per your expectations, females or males, matlab First Women Bank wants 100 customers. Yeah. So is it over 100 or under 100? Because I don't want to get into the financial details and stuff. Generally,
you can say it's almost 80.
80.
Yeah.
Chalo.
It's not that much gap. So,
but still, there is a gap.
Yeah. But still, we have a good customer base, and again, it
loyal customer.
Yeah, and it's mainly comprised of the women.
Okay. So again, as you said, 70% employees are females. Yeah. How many customers are females?
Yeah, almost 80%.
Great. Where do you see First Women Bank 5 years down the road?
It's a very tough question to answer.
Visibility,
at least at this point of time, it comes in the small size banks. But inshallah, I will, by the grace of Allah, I will try to bring it into the mid-tier banks. Going down.
Inshallah, 5 years down the road.
Yeah,
okay. Now, how is it heading First woman bank.
Yeah, it's very
Being president. Now, it's very easy to say so many XYZ banks, but I am the president for First Woman Bank Limited.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
I think, again, it's given me some differentiating edge in the market that I'm leading an institution which itself carries a differentiating factor. So I think it's good for me, and I feel enjoying it, and I feel proud in introducing myself.
Don't you think that this place should be with the women? I'm so sorry, but...
I think it's not a question of should be or should not be.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of who can perform well over there, technically and professionally.
It's based on competence, because the competent can run the idara well. So now, you tell me the mission and vision statement of First Women Bank.
That's I have already told you.
Okay, do you think training and mentoring plays a very vital role in developing your employees?
Obviously, our staff is there to serve the customers. If they are not properly trained, if they are not well versed with the bank's policies and everything, they can't serve them better. So I think it's a basic requirement of any institution to properly train their staff.
So you are having 70% female employees. On base of competence, what's your stance? Do you think that it's okay to have more female employees and that's a very good thing to go for? या equal mix होना चाहिए या बंदे ज़्यादा होना चाहिए? Because I think so yours is the first company who is saying that we are having more mix of female employees, na?
Our priority is again to go for a female staff.
ठीक है, but competence में आपके ख्याल में क्या?
आ जाता है, but like as a special case, we have launched this year. We will be hiring a batch of training officers every year.
Okay.
A very small batch, maybe 25 to 30, and all those will be females, only females, no males. From
कोई मसला नहीं हो आपको फीमेल को हायर करके कॉम्पिटेंस के लिए?
जी, if we can hire some fresh talent from the market on a merit base and then train them and then put them in the field, that's the asset of the institution. So we are trying to build up that inventory with us, because hiring and then training is, I think, easy, but the most important factor is to maintain and sustain that staff.
Yes, very true. When the industry is, the rest of the industry so wants to pick up your trained staff as well, because they are females, number one, and they want to increase their female portfolio. तो ये भी तो आपके साथ होता होगा ना, जहाँ ट्रेन किया कोई और बैंक आके ले गया.
It's an ongoing process, और उसमें turnover I think इस time बढ़ता जा रहा है with the expansion in the banking industry.
Because they will be offering some more bucks and then the employee will be gone.
So at least if I can hire some good staff from the market and then train them and then put them on job and they can serve the institution well, and there is no harm if they switch over for their better career. But still, I think that it's a good way of even contributing to the industry.
Farrukh, 3 qualities you think a CEO should have?
I think CEO should have ability to lead from the front, to put oneself as a good example for others.
Very good.
And it should take every initiative at its own.
As an own, okay.
So, yeah. It should not just pass on the bucks and say, just do it. He or she has to set examples for the others.
Great. You seems like a daring leader. Is it so?
I will not say anything for myself.
But sometimes...
That's better ask from my team.
What's your stance on leadership then?
Leadership, I think... Leadership, it's come from your inside. Training do make a difference, but I think it can't be learned. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it has to be in your DNA. Otherwise, you can be a very good manager by training, by experience. But if you don't have that leadership skills or qualities inbuilt in yourself, and then you can't polish it, that makes the difference.
Is it difficult to head a company where 70% of the staff is women?
No.
No? No difference? No. Because you have been the part of other banks as well.
Yeah.
So, ऐसा कोई फर्क नहीं है?
No. I think it's easy.
It's easier?
It's easier because, I think the commitment level with the females is much more than the males. If you drive them, if you guide them, if you give them a space to perform, they perform better than the males.
Oh, thank you for this comment. Sorry, but being a female, I really like that you said it.
That's my experience, and I think it's a fact. Because in this organization, I have given them the opportunity, because I think अगर मैं कहूँ ना स्टाफ अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा तो उसमें इंस्टीट्यूशन की भी एक कहते हैं ना वो होती है
कहीं ना कहीं नाअहली होती है बिल्कुल सही बात बिल्कुल सही
they are not being properly given the chance to
perform
so if they give them the proper chance, give them proper space to do something, they are willing to do anything.
Now tell us more about Farrukh. Who is Farrukh? आप अपने आप को 3 लफ्जों में कैसे डिफाइन करते हैं?
That's again better ask their family or
एक तो चले आप हो गए president of a bank, ठीक है. Number 2, what are prominent traits in Farrukh आपके ख्याल में?
In Farrukh, I think main you can say it's the commitment level.
Good.
Then it's the integrity.
Where do you see yourself 5 years down the road?
Down the road, I would like to see myself. I don't have any harm in still heading this institution and taking it forward. Because this institution has given me this privilege to be the CEO of the bank. So I will love to stay here for long. I will not say that I will just quit and
leave the way it was 40 से 45 तक आई और छोड़ गए. नहीं, ये अब नहीं करना.
बाकी कहते हैं it's matter of luck. You never know कि आपका कहाँ रिस्क लिखा है. Where I will be.
So गुस्सा आता है आपको?
बहुत ज्यादा.
गुड. फिर क्या करते हैं?
अब्जॉर्व कर रहे हैं तो अदरवाइज तो
अच्छा अब्जॉर्व कर लेते हैं. अगले बार बंदे को नहीं पता चलता आपको गुस्सा आ रहा है.
एट लिमिट तक मैं अब्जॉर्व कर लेता हूँ.
फिर उसके बाद क्या करते हैं?
It depends if it's across my limits, so then I become very harsh. That's very open.
अच्छा, okay, great. How do you handle stress?
Stress, you can say nowadays the easy way to absorb the stress is to watch some TikTok on the Facebook on the YouTube.
Isn't it that you're too real? कुछ ज़्यादा सच बोल गए आप. आपने यहाँ पे कोई कोट नहीं लगाई. Very good.
I used to listen music when I'm stressed, because especially when I'm driving. But nowadays this social media and this mobile app has
no. तो मतलब what you are doing when you are driving now? You can't look into TikToks.
No.
Then what do you do? हाँ, music again.
Before that.
अच्छा.
Before the TikTok thing and the social media.
तो अभी भी आप गाने सुनते हैं गाड़ी चलाते हुए?
बहुत कम. अब क्योंकि ड्राइवर ज्यादा साथ होते हैं
तो फिर आप क्या करते हैं? मतलब अब गाने नहीं सुनते?
नहीं, सुनता हूँ when I'm driving at my own.
अच्छा, you don't listen songs when someone else is driving for you. Okay.
Obviously, the driver can't absorb my taste. So.
Okay. 2 favorite किताबें या 2 favorite series, anything which you would like to quote?
I'm sorry, I'm not a book reader.
और कुछ देखते हैं ड्रामा, कोई सीजन, एनीथिंग?
नेटफ्लिक्स है,
प्राइम वीडियो,
नेटफ्लिक्स.
2 सीजन जो आपके बड़े जो आपको बहुत अच्छे लगे कि वाओ दे हैव डन अ गुड जॉब.
दैट्स वेरी प्राइवेट क्वेश्चन.
अच्छा. Oh, seriously? Okay, I'm so sorry. All right, okay. 2 favorite destinations?
Favorite destination locally or
whatever comes to your mind instantly.
Istanbul.
Okay.
It's, I think, good place to go and relax.
Number 2?
Number 2 is Murray. Because domestically it's so easy to go and
it's there. You're there and then you are there. Yeah. Okay. 2 qualities.
Whatever the drawbacks are there, but I think still it's a good place to go and relax.
Good. 2 qualities you look into the person when you are meeting for the first time.
For the first time, I think he or she should be friendly.
Number 2?
He should not have that ego problem.
बड़ा मुश्किल से फिर आपको लोग ऐसे मिलते होंगे. Number 2?
नहीं, मिल जाते हैं.
मिल जाते हैं. और Number 2?
Number 2, sincere person.
अरे वाह.
Not materialistic.
So your message of hope and optimism for the youth. बहुत सारे बच्चे, यंग बच्चे बनना चाहते हैं बैंकों के प्रेसिडेंट, बट उनके वो जब आप जैसे लोगों को देखते हैं तो उनके दिन में बहुत सारे ख्यालात आते हैं. What would you like to address to them?
Addressing, I think this country, I believe, is I'm very patriotic person, and I believe that this country carries a lot of potentials, because and one should not just get away with the hope. It should one should remain committed. And I believe that I am the good example for that. I just started from the scratch as a normal banker. My first job was with the State Bank of Pakistan in 93.
Or what was your designation?
I was just a OG2 or grade 2 officer.
See, for you guys.
Yeah, because from scratch, from the base I started. I did my MBA in 92 from Zikri University. And then my first job was with State Bank of Pakistan.
93, okay, yeah, 2003. And so in 20 years you ended up becoming?
No, not 29 years.
29 years, ooh, great.
Started in 93 and then I became the CEO this January 22.
So, matlab, aapke khayal mein, whatever.
One has to remain consistent, commitment, and one should challenge. One should not lose the hope that ye nahi ho sakta. And one should keep oneself out of that comfort zone. Whenever you will put yourself in comfort zone, you will get that. You have to be in the challenging zone.
Out of that comfort.
You have to be in the challenging zone. Whatever. If today I feel that now I am done with being CEO, now that's it.
Ab to ho gaya, ab to sab auto pe chalega.
Bas phir khatam sara.
Bas phir khatam.
So you have to challenge yourself every day, every moment, for everything. That you have to keep the fire on.
Keep the fire on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Farrukh. It was really a pleasure meeting you and having you over here. And we really, I guess, Baki sab ne bhi, we learned a lot from you. Number one, which I perceive, matlab, bahut वसूख से कह सकती हूँ, is the positivity inside you.
Thanks for
that is really very obvious, and I think so. This will help you a lot in making this First Women Bank more visible and stuff. Number two is your quality to pinpoint the flaws, which usually people don't do and entrepreneurs don't do, or the heading government officials don't do. So I think so that is also a very wow thing, that you actually are talking about the flaws inside the system, because once they are identified, you can
fix it. Otherwise, you will not
rectify. So thank you. बहुत मजा आया आपसे गपशप करके, and I think so that this story will be very helpful for the youth to watch on and to understand कि तरक्की करने के लिए बहुत सारे पापड़ बेलने पड़ते हैं.
Definitely, बहुत
ज़्यादा पापड़ बेलने पड़ते हैं. It's not
that easy. Actual journey starts when you complete your education. When you step into your professional life. वरना वहाँ तक तो स्टूडेंट लाइफ में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा होता है, बड़ी अच्छी लगती है. But once you get into the professional life, then the actual challenge begins.
और एक्चुअल उसके भी 10-15 साल बाद शुरू होता है, because when you are up, you are tired, but still you have to do double to actually achieve something in your life. So thank you, Farrukh, for coming and gracing Management House, and thank you for the show.